Welcome back. There is a new spy thriller that is coming to Paramount Plus this week, and it is from the brilliant mind of Taylor Sheridan, who's the creator behind such hits as The Mayor of Kingstown and Yellowstone. It also stars Zoe Saldana, Morgan Freeman, Nicole Kidman, and Laysla de Oliveria. We actually got to speak to Laysla about this dream role.
Are you close?
Closer than we've ever been.
Contract agent or a lioness?
Lioness, sir.
We locate the wives and daughters of these high-value targets.
You made it!
Told you I was coming. And we place an operative close to them, and we kill the target.
If we play this right, it is over before it's begun.
We move now! Her cover's low! It's that court! Shoot it!
Laysla, so good to have you here on Great Day, Washington. I read this was a dream role for you that you've been waiting on for a couple years.
I have up to work, but never with Nicole Kidman, Morgan Freeman, and on a Taylor Sheridan script. So this is definitely the ultimate dream come true.
If you're dropping one name, why not drop 5 more? There are so many celebrities.
I call this job the gift that keeps on giving, because it started off with me only knowing about Zoe's involvement. And then when Taylor called me, he told me about Nicole. And then as we were shooting, we found out about Morgan. It was a total surprise, actually. We were in Mallorca, and I went downstairs at the hotel we were staying at this breakfast buffet. And I saw Morgan Freeman there. And I thought, is that for us? And sure enough, he was there for the show, and it was just so incredibly exciting to get to meet him and work with him.
It's huge. Huge.
I know. It's just, and I love that you're on a first name basis with all of them too. That's pretty cool.
It's kind of crazy. I feel way too lucky.
All right, so Special Ops, this is inspired by a real CIA program, right?
It's inspired by a real U.S. Marine program.
Okay.
Yes. The show follows the story of a CIA engagement team led by Zoe Saldana's character, Joe. Within this team, she also runs the LIONESS program with Caitlin, who's played by Nicole Kidman's character, and is also a supervisor at the CIA. The LIONESS program is made of undercover female operatives who go on missions to infiltrate terrorist groups and bring them down from within. In the show, Joe recruits my character, Cruz Manuelos, who's a rough around the edges Marine, and she recruits her to be a lioness, and she sends her on this undercover mission.
It looked, I watched the trailer like 5 times in a row. It looks so intense.
Nice.
To keep up with everything. I saw where you posted on your Instagram too, you talked about you were shooting for 7 months. You said the last 7 months has turned into a core memory that has made the biggest imprint on my heart. Is this the project of all projects that you've worked on so far in your career?
Yeah, absolutely. I think being on a Taylor Sheridan show alone is such a win for any actor, and then add the element of working with your idols and getting to know them in a deep personal level is just an undescribable feeling.
Well, and how much fun to play just like such a hardcore, I mean, I know Cruz is rough around the edges, but I mean, you are a, kick butt woman in there.
Yeah, it's been such a dream. I was so fortunate that I got a lot of training for the show. I trained at a gym in LA before going to set called Unbreakable, where they taught me a lot of hand-to-hand combat and got me into that strength training. Because before the show, all I did was yoga. I was a yoga girl. And now I'm a gym girl. And so it was great. At the gym, I was wrestling grown men at one point. It was awesome. And it was a great warm-up because when I got to set, I was trained by a Navy SEAL. His name's Jared Shaw. He's incredible. He was an incredible source for me to have as well. He did an hour of strength training with me, an hour of weapons training, and an hour of stunt training with our incredible stunt team every day leading up to the shoot. So there was a lot of training involved. I
suppose a downward dog or a child's pose isn't going to get rid of the bad guys in this movie.
Yeah, I had to kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
Hot yoga is pretty.
It is intense. Yeah, that's true.
It's a different set of skill, and I think I probably benefited from yoga when I had to put on all my gear and run around in the desert heat. That's a whole different kind of stamina that you really have to learn.
It was so fun to talk to her. Special Ops LIONESS starts streaming this Sunday. That's July 23rd, and it will be on Paramount Plus.